today on the things we do for love.
Irritating, it's exasperating, the pay is rotten, but the satisfaction out of doing it is great. Bye-bye.
And
you could smell an old car from a mile away. You know, we'll just be, right, honey? You could smell an old car from a mile away. We'll be driving down the road.
I smell about 19 out there in the yard.
I've had it on my heart to go to Africa and give a hand to the great medical need that there is for years. Malawi is known as the warm heart of Africa, and they pride themselves in saying, we are Malawians, we live in the warm heart of Africa.
They face incredible challenges, but they're always smiling. They thank God every day that they get up, that they have life. And you know, like, that's something we take for granted.
You don't get too many children dying from malnutrition in Calgary, but they're 2 a penny in Malawi.
Dr. Chris Brooks and his wife Heather enjoyed a comfortable life in Calgary, Alberta.
This is for today, from SOS.
But in 1999, Dr. Brooks moved his wife and daughter Chloe to Malawi, Africa, hoping to fulfill a lifelong ambition.
I was reading one day in the book of Deuteronomy, and I thought, this is really very applicable to me, and it was, you have stayed long enough at this mountain. Break camp and advance into the country that I will show you. Do not be afraid and do not be discouraged, for I have work for you to do.
I was leaving behind a lot of things that were dear to me and going into a foreign land. I didn't even see it before I went. The biggest adjustment, I guess, was being away from my family. I almost felt physical pain from being away from them because they all of a sudden weren't part of my life, and I wasn't part of their lives anymore.
Without Heather there, I would not be there. I just couldn't do it. She is a tremendous support. Just wonderful. I mean, without it, I couldn't do it.
Based in the capital city of Lilongwe, Chris Brooks is one of only 100 doctors serving a population of 12 million people. With Heather's support, he tends to the sick in 3 understaffed clinics. Drawing a meager salary, Chris juggles an enormous caseload of tropical diseases.
Malaria is the big one. TB is another one. Chest infections of any kind, skin infections, and malnutrition, of course. It's like a cloud that is coming down over the whole country, and the name of the cloud written on it is AIDS, and the country is being decimated.
Hello. Oh, hello. Christina? What about you, Christina? And Peter. Hello.
He's okay?
Stand up. You're a tall man. Ooh.
He has clearly lost a lot of weight. He has enormous glands under his arms. He's got swellings behind his neck and in his mouth. He has malaria. And she has enormous glands under her arms. They both have AIDS. They do not have that much time, I'm afraid. This is Malawi. The child will be an orphan.
Heather and Chris Brooks live their dream of working in Africa. Heather finds her place among the people of Malawi.
There's a group of ladies that I know. They had heard that there was a blind school that had great needs. And so we got together and we went out to see them and saw what the conditions were.
Anyway, this is a boys' dormitory. You can see by the sheets that these children sleep in. They don't even have sheets. And the mattresses are all ripped.
There was no running water. There was no electricity. They had no food. And, you know, for us, we think, how could that be? This isn't what you would want your children to live like. It doesn't take much. They need paint, and they need some plumbing, and they need some cement. And so we're going to be looking for money for that, and I'm sure that in the next 6 months we're going to have a new location for those boys to sleep in.
Heather's daughter Chloe attends a private Christian school, but her comparatively pampered life hasn't spoiled her.
Chloe, I need you to write in your neatest handwriting the date up here for us. Okay, and
She has a compassionate heart. She wanted to start a club, kind of a do-gooders club at school, which I just don't have the time to do, but I'm thinking I might do. But just to have a club of kids that can do things at their level, kind of like a Brownies or Girl Guides or something like that, only that it's kind of Malawi style. There are things that she's going to miss by not living in North America, but she's also